That's KIRBY, number 4, the letter U.com. Kirby4U.com, or call 702-766-9538. Again, 702-766-9538.
Do you use the expensive blue or yellow pills to charge your sex life? Are you thinking about it? What if we can promise you the same results for less than $3 a pill? If you're paying $20 a pill for the other pills, you're getting taken to the cleaners. Our pills deliver the exact same results for less than $3. You'll save more than $16 a pill for the same results. And right now, radio callers will get 44 blue or yellow pills for $120 with free discreet shipping. You can save more than $700 off pharmacy prices. Charge your sex life now and save a ton of money. Call now and get your 44 pills and save over $700 and qualify for free shipping. Stop overpaying and call right now.
Paid for by Steel Man Pills. 800-431-9102. 800-431-9102. 800-431-9102. That's 800-431-9102.
Live from Las Vegas, this is the Wayne Coy Show.
I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
Second one, this is the bandit, it's a snowman out there. My head is on.
Tell me about it, Stibbs.
Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.
Yeah, you know what that means. Whenever you hear all of that, we're talking movies. Not just any movie, big movies. Big summertime movies. And not with just any movie reviewer either. We're talking big. Well, not so big anymore. Look at him. He's shrinking right before our very eyes. Are you losing weight, Patrick Stibbs, the box officer?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Look like you're down a few lbs over there.
Yeah, well, the older you get, you try to get a little bit more shape. You know how that goes.
Yeah, what are you doing? What's your regime? What do you do? Do you diet? Do you work out more? Do you?
Actually, water has been my biggest thing.
Yeah.
Water and just trying to walk more and, pretty much that,
Yeah. Well, you know what we should say? Probably because you brought up water. That's a good idea. It gets us right into this.
You broke the rules. You went to the above world.
A man was drowning. I had to save him.
This obsession with humans has to stop.
I just want to know more about them. Ariel, don't!
Oh, Ariel, don't!
Ariel, no!
Why do I have a feeling Ariel did anyway? Is that true?
I'm sure she did.
Yeah.
So, Little Mermaid live action, Wayne. We all remember the big animated film. God, what year was that came out?
I don't know, the kids were little. That's all I remember.
80-something, 90-something, I don't know.
Yeah.
So now we have the live action. That's the big thing with Disney now. They're taking every one of their animated films and creating a live action version. They've done it so far with quite a few movies. Cinderella, Jungle Book, Lady and the Tramp, which didn't go so well. That was on Disney Plus. Not a very good film.
Yeah.
Now we have director Rob Marshall, who's no slouch. This guy's he's a good director. He did the Mary Poppins Returns movie, and so he's got kind of a knack for telling a story. So with this Little Mermaid, now we have, of course, we have an African American mermaid now, Halle Berry, not to be confused with Halle Berry.
They are different people. I was just
they are different people. Yes,
confused, right?
Yes, and then we have a great cast. We have Melissa McCarthy playing Ursula. We have Javier Bardem playing King Triton, her father. And we all know the story. Ariel, she's beautiful, young, spirited. She has a thirst for adventure. Well, I hope she has a thirst. She's in the ocean, for God's sake.
Yeah, you really do. Thirsty there.
But she wants to go beyond the sea. And, she visits the surface and she falls for the dashing Prince Eric. Because he wouldn't be a prince if he wasn't dashing, Wayne.
Right. You have to be dashing. I think it's in the rule book. If you're going to be a prince, you must be dashing.
You have to be dashing. You can't be boring or just want to sit around. And you got to be dashing.
Right.
So, she has a chance to obviously become human again. Or one, I said not again, but human. And anyway, so you know what? It looks like a good film. I have not personally seen it yet. Film just, it opens literally tomorrow.
Isn't that usually a bad sign when they don't make it available for you to see early?
Well, you know what? The weird thing is they're really not making very many films anymore available like they used to.
Yeah.
The studios would send out screeners. The studio would set up screenings, and
you'd always
now they just keep it pretty. What's that?
you'd get the early screening. You'd be able to watch it like a week early.
Right. Yeah, but now they don't really. They've sort of gotten away from doing that, and now they're just like, hey, it's opening up on this day. Now, what they do, films used to open on Fridays every single week.
Starts
now
Friday.
they pretty much open Thursday evenings. They're
Starts
open on
Thursday.
Yeah.
That doesn't even sound good. Let me try it
Thursday?
again. Hang on, let me try. Starts Thursday. No,
doesn't have the same ring to it.
no, it starts Friday at a theater near you. Yeah.
Starts Friday.
Right. Heard that
Little
all the
Mermaid.
time. Right. So does that? Do they do that because they want extra box office numbers? Is that what that's about?
Yeah, they want to. They throw that Thursday in there because they want to add that to the weekend. So instead of just Friday, Saturday, Sunday, now they can throw Thursday in there, and pretty soon they'll probably just open them on Wednesday night to get that 5-day in there.
Might as well. Yeah.
That'll be the next thing. And now the buzz on this one is that it's pretty good. My personal take on the footage I've seen, I don't think the animation looks as quite up to par as some of the, I should say animation, it's live action, but the look of it, I should say.
Right.
The look of it, very CGI. And to me, it almost has more of a Disney Plus feel than a theatrical Disney film. Now, I'm only judging that out of the 5 or 6 minutes I've seen of the footage that was available for media to screen online.
Mm-hmm.
And the performances seem okay. You really can't judge a movie based on its trailer or a couple minutes of footage.
And you can't.
I think it's going to do very well at the box office.
Yep.
It'll do very well.
Yep.
It'll be the #1 film. The only other film opening this week is a film called About My Father with Sebastian Maniscalco and Robert De Niro, a comedy that's opening up. That's the only thing really opening up against Little Mermaid. But clearly, Little Mermaid is going to win the weekend.
Well, wait a minute. So it's a battle of Sebastians, isn't it?
Yes.
Hadn't even thought of that.
There you go. Now the thing that kind of irks me is they have, supposedly because of today's sensibilities, they've rewritten some of the lyrics to some of the songs in the movie.
Really?
I don't know if you heard about this.
No, hadn't heard.
So like the song Kiss the Girl, they rewrote a little bit of the lyrics because they felt that the original lyric was, Prince Eric was maybe forcing himself on Ariel. So they rewrote the lyrics a little bit to make it more culturally sensitive, Wayne.
Did they really? So what is it still called Kiss the Girl?
Actually, it's called Take the Girl. No, I don't know. It's it's still called Kiss the Girl, but they've sort of rewritten it a little bit, so it's a little bit of a softer song.
Okay, gotcha.
Whatever that means. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah. Is there a part where he invites her up to his apartment in the sea?
I don't know. That's a good point. That's a good question.
Yeah. Is there a Christmas
But
that did that? What's the Christmas song that got banned?
Oh, that was Baby It's Cold Outside.
Yeah, I don't know if it got banned.
Okay, it didn't get banned, but they did the same thing. They rewrote it, and John Legend.
Maybe it's wet outside, right? Because they're underwater.
Something like that.
Yeah.
John Legend actually rewrote some of the lyrics, and it's like, oh, really? Come on, man.
Yeah. Well,
somebody needs to remind him to go pick up some a Y chromosome at CVS when he gets a minute.
yeah.
But
well, it's not John's fault. He was offered a check to do.
Yeah,
that.
you're right. Hey, none of us would have turned it down, right? Of course we would have done it.
Says the guy, right, standing in front of his movie poster. Right?
Yes.
Yes.
There's nothing politically correct about my movie, by the way.
Nothing. Not a.
Should have had a lot more nudity and violence as far as I'm concerned, but hey, what do I know? I just wrote the damn thing.
By the way, it's called The Call. It's available everywhere.
Yes, The Call.
Yeah.
The Call. So anyway, Little Mermaid opening up officially tomorrow. Again, great cast. Evidently, this Halle Berry does a fantastic job as Ariel. And you can't go wrong with Melissa McCarthy. Let's face it, she's great.
She is awesome.
And it's so funny because my son Chris and I were talking about this. He thinks, and this is interesting, he thought that Lizzo should have been offered the role of Ursula. He thought she would have been a very good Ursula. And the more I thought about it, I'm like, you know what? Lizzo would have been a good choice for Ursula.
Yeah.
She probably would. But Melissa McCarthy, obviously a very well-known name in the acting world, so they gave her the shot.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens.
All right. So it sounds positive. Sounds like something we're going to want to go see.
Well, yeah, it's Disney always releases a film. They release 2 films every single May. They do the first week of May. They always do an action superhero film.
Right.
In this case, Guardians of the Galaxy came out because of Free Comic Book Day. So you'll always see a Disney release the first week of May, and you'll always see a Disney release Memorial Weekend. That's kind of their thing.
Gotcha.
So this year, Guardians on the first Saturday, and now we have Little Mermaid live action on the last Saturday to coincide with Memorial Day weekend.
If I'm in a Disney board meeting, I'm feeling pretty good about those 2 releases.
Yeah. I mean, they're off to a pretty good start when you think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they've got Indiana Jones.
Oh, I'm sorry. Indiana Jones.
They've got the new Indiana Jones movie coming out in June. And Disney Pixar has a film called Elemental, which is coming out in June as well. Both of those are supposed to be huge films.
Okay.
So, Disney could be on a roll here.
A Kaiser roll.
A Kaiser roll. Exactly.
Last week's number 1 was number 1 by a ton, right? Fast X.
Fast X, yeah. That blew the weekend away.
Does it have a chance to beat The Little Mermaid?
You know what? It does, but I don't think it will.
Okay.
I think Little Mermaid, I think the families will turn out in droves. And I think you'll see Little Mermaid. Now, I could be wrong, but I think you'll see Little Mermaid be number 1 and then Fast X probably clocking in at number 2. I don't think About My Father is going to do all that well.
Right. It looks kind of funny, though. I watched the trailer.
It looks okay. I mean, it doesn't look overly laugh out loud funny. Some of the critics of the film have not been, or the reviews of the film have not been extremely kind. Now, Sebastian Maniscalco is a hilarious comedian.
Yes.
I mean, the guy is just fantastically funny. Supposedly with this movie, the material's just not there. But again, never judge a movie by its trailer.
Right.
And we'll find out.
Because their whole job in the trailer oftentimes is, sometimes anyway, the trailer gives away everything that's good about the movie.
Exactly. And obviously people get really upset when too much information is given away. So it really is an art form to cut a trailer to where you make it enticing for people that want to see the film without giving too much away.
Remember that one trailer where they came on, they went, Dumbledore dies in the end.
Bruce Willis has been dead the whole time.
Yeah.
The Sixth Sense.
Hey, program note, just because I know you like to know what's coming up on the show next week. You're a original Batman guy, as I recall. So Burt Ward, the one and only who we spoke about. You've actually worked with Burt before.
I have worked with Burt Ward, yes.
How'd that go?
You know what? It was fun. It was the old Coil Radio back in the 80s, and Burt was in town and came to the station. And it's interesting. He was very quiet. People would try to talk to him, and he was very, very quiet, wasn't real talkative. But then as soon as those microphones went on in the studio, he was like, "Good morning, citizens." And he was like, boom, On. So it was, but that's how these guys are. These actors have been doing this for years and years and years and years. They can't be in character 24/7.
That's right. Got to conserve your energy.
Exactly. You got to do it when the microphones and when the cameras are on.
Yeah. Well, I just want you to know it's coming up next week.
Awesome. I can't wait, man.
I think on the 30th, if I have my notes correct here. So looking forward.
Well, the 30th, is that Wednesday or Thursday?
Yeah, it's middle of the week.
Middle of the week. Okay.
So
I'll have to tune in and listen, man.
What's today? Today's the 25th, right? You got me all curious what day that is. Here I am giving you a tease, and I don't even know the date.
I think I think the 30th is Tuesday or Wednesday.
Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Yeah. So Holy Robin, Batman, you're going to be able to find out. I'm going to ask him some very probing questions.
Yes. Do that. Ask him what Adam West was really like.
Yeah. See if
did he like him?
See, I heard they got along.
Yeah, I think they did. I think there was if I remember correctly at the beginning, there was a little bit of rivalry, between the two. I mean, obviously, Adam West was the star of the show.
Yeah, how can there be a rivalry? I mean,
Burt Ward was the sidekick.
You are the sidekick. Hello.
Yeah, but sometimes these actors, like I remember the story about Tina Louise when she was cast for Gilligan's Island.
Yeah,
she went into they did the pilot and a couple shows, and she was very upset that she was like second fiddle. So she went to Sherwood Shorts and said, "Hey, listen. When I signed on for this role, you told me I was going to be the star of this TV show." And Sherwood opened his drawer, took out the script, and said, "Tina, what's the name of the show?"
Right.
She's like, Gilligan's Island. He goes, that's right. Get the hell out of my office.
Yeah. It's not called Ginger's Island.
No.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, we'll do that next Tuesday. You'll be back next Thursday. And what can we look forward to? Do you already know?
You know what? I think for next week, I think we're going to talk about the new Spider-Man film, the new Spider-Man movie. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse opens next Friday, so we're going to be talking about that one.
All right. That's big Memorial Day weekend, right? Or is that this weekend coming up?
This weekend's Memorial.
Yep.
So that'll be next weekend.
Next weekend. All right, sir. As always, nobody does it better.
Carly Simon.
Yes. I won't even ask you what movie that is because I already know you know.
Was it the Blue Lagoon?
It was not. But I know you know. The Spy.
I know that one.
You know. All right. Patrick Stibbs, there he goes. And he says you probably are in for a treat if you go see The Little Mermaid. Wouldn't let him see it early, so we're going to have to take his word for it. And, of course, he's judging it based on what he's seen so far. And I trust the man. He's got good judgment when it comes to all things celluloid. Okay. Is it celluloid or cellulite? Celluloid. Okay. You could get cellulite if you go to enough celluloid. That's the way that breaks down. The Punk Rock Museum, we're going to find out what that's all about, and then pay tribute to the late, great Tina Turner, the Nut Bush City Burner. That's coming up on the Wayne Coy Show. Hey, I just said that. The Wayne Coy Show. Hey there, it's Wayne Coy. If you're a real estate investor or you're looking to buy an investment property, well, you need to contact Michael Goyeneche at Option Funding. Their well-trained staff can assist you through the financing process and get you the funds that you need. They've got the programs to suit all investors. Now, that includes standard commercial financing, no-income DSCR loans, and hard money, too. You can refinance any existing properties for cash out. Or if you're looking to purchase an investment property, they can get it done for you as well. With rental income on the rise, this is a good time to invest in a rental property. And there are investment opportunities with positive cash flows right here in Nevada and other surrounding states, too. They handle single-family residences, 4 units, apartment complexes, and of course, commercial buildings. So give Michael a call at 818-821-7811. That's 818-821-7811, or email MikeGLoans@gmail.com. NMLS 163400, DRE 01342072, NMLS 1444037, DRE 01921141.
In times of economic uncertainty and chaos, your money means nothing. You may not even be able to get it from your bank or ATM. And the money you do have in the stock market will go down and down. What you can bank on is gold and silver. Gold and silver have been a reliable and trusted form of currency for thousands of years. Gold and silver have never been worth zero, and typically gold holds its value during economic turmoil. Call the Gold Hotline now and learn how to protect your money and your assets with gold and silver. And learn how to set up a new IRA or roll over your current one into a gold-backed IRA. Protect your money from the next market crash with gold and silver. Call now for your free gold guide.
800-557-7921. 800-557-7921. 800-557-7921. That's 800-557-7921.
My name is Michael Stefanski, and I am the owner and founder of Sin City Custom Suits, custom clothing concierge. I help gentlemen get into clothes that fit them like they're supposed to, that they pick out themselves, and we craft together. 600 different suit fabrics to pick from, about 40 measurements to make sure the suit's going to fit you right. Then we decide, do you want 2 buttons on the front, 3 buttons on the front, how many on the sleeve? Do you want like a custom photo lining for the inside of your jacket? Any number of different things that you can think of. This is all about what do you want. And when you ask guys, what do you want? They don't know because they've never been given the option before. Because I help men look as absolute best as they can. It's transforming people's lives. If you've never had a suit that fits you right, you have no idea how much confidence it gives you. That's the important part. 702-767-2478. Instagram at Custom Suit Guy, SinCityCustomSuits.com.
Now back to the Wayne Coy Show.
You thought you'd gotten rid of us, didn't you? But you were wrong, old bean. Because we're back with a vengeance.
God save the Queen, my son.
God save the Queen.
She ain't no human being. Sheila is a motherfucker. Sheila is a motherfucker. Sheila is a motherfucker now. Personality driving the frustration. Honey, what you got? Breaking rocks in a hot sun. I'm on the law in a low one.
He said, hey, honey, take a walk on the wild side. And the colored girls say,
You know the coolest thing about what you just heard is that back then it was all played on AM radio, and here we are bringing it full circle, right?
Absolutely.
P.Moss is our guest from the Punk. I can't believe I'm saying this. The Punk Rock Hall of Fame. You did it.
No, it's the Punk Rock Museum.
Oh, well, there you go. Why did I call it Hall of Fame?
Because you couldn't do it. Well, it is a Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
It's just not called that.
Why did I say Hall of Fame?
I don't know. You're excited.
Yeah, I am. I actually am. Especially now because we talked a little bit off air about what to expect when you get there. But before we get to that, can we go all the way back to the germ? It was somebody's idea.
Yeah, it was. It was, excuse me, Fat Mike from NoFX had an idea. He wanted to open a punk rock store on Main Street in Las Vegas. And he asked Lisa Brownlee from the Warped Tour to partner with him. And she didn't really want to do it. And they started talking and thinking. And it just eventually, the idea became a museum.
Is that how all museums become museums? It's an idea, and then you got so much stuff, you're like, we better display this.
No, I have a feeling that most other museums are just rich people vanity projects. They want to see their name somewhere. This came from the heart.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't really think Mike knew quite what he had bitten off to do this, because it was quite a large undertaking, and it took almost 3 years of gathering artifacts and putting this together and getting the building ready and the whole thing. And a lot of people involved, and a lot of people did a great job. And finally, April 1st, it opened.
And it wasn't an April Fool's joke.
It was not an April Fool's joke, no.
So when you go in, you're kind of explaining to me that you first of all, you get a guided tour.
Well, not everybody. You can purchase a guided tour with some well-known personality from some well-known band, and you can go online to the museum website, thepunkrockmuseum.com, and you can see what they have to offer. You can see who's up next, who's coming next week, next month, or whatever.
Yeah,
and you can get yourself set up with that. But generally, you come in, you buy a ticket, and you just wander around the museum.
And it goes chronologically.
It goes chronologically. You walk in and you are in the mid 70s, and
Well, I'm always in the mid 70s.
Well, yeah, you got you got your Ramones and your Sex Pistols and your Clash, whatever. That's where you start, and you wind around. They're 1,200 or 12,000 rather square feet. It's a large place, and it's put together very nicely, where you wander around and there's just there's an exhibit everywhere you turn. I mean, you're always in front of something, and you wind around, through the 80s bands, the 90s bands, and you get and it's all the major bands that you would assume would be represented there. There are also
some you may not have
right. There are a lot of
thought about
a lot of smaller bands that maybe not everybody knows about, but were very important. And once you wind around everything, then you can go upstairs to the second floor, which features costumes and takes you to the bands into the 2000s. And upstairs also there's a wedding chapel.
So you get married.
You can get married. We had our first wedding the other day.
I saw the picture. It looked great.
We weren't completely set up and ready for it yet, but they wanted to do it, and so they did it. There's a tattoo parlor that will open, I believe, on May 1st.
Mm-hmm.
There's also upstairs something it's really a cool interactive thing. It's called the Jam Room, and it's got guitars and amps from famous people, famous musicians.
And you plug their guitar into their amp.
You plug like you can pick up Joan Jett's guitar and plug it into Joan Jett's amp and play it.
That's so cool.
And that also is a revolving exhibit, because there are I think there's maybe 5 or 6 in there, but it will, some will leave, some new ones will come in. So it's the kind of place where you can go and spend an afternoon and then go back another time and see things that you missed the first time. There's that much stuff there.
Wow.
A lot of big stuff, a lot of little stuff, but it's really cool. It's a lot of fun and it's very comprehensive.
What's the artist reaction when you say, Joan, we'd like your guitar, or Joan, we'd like your leather jacket?
Well, I don't think she's going to give up the leather jacket. Although
I bet she has more than one.
Although I've got a friend. His name is Seiji. He's in this band called Guitar Wolf. He's Japanese. He's based in Tokyo, and he has Joan Jett signed the back of his leather jacket. And for years, he wears that jacket every single day, summer, winter,
doesn't matter,
whatever. So. If he's not going to give up that jacket, I don't think Joan's going to give up hers. But she did give up a guitar, and that's pretty cool.
That is very, very cool.
But there are a lot of leather jackets that are displayed in the museum.
Right, and for those who don't remember, and I don't know how you wouldn't, but that was almost expected. If you were going to meet a punk, they usually had a leather jacket on.
Absolutely,
it was like uniform.
Right, it was
Doc Martens, right?
Yeah.
Pins.
Mm-hmm.
We can get into all of that. Do you believe that punk rock started in the early 70s in New York?
Well, I believe that it
or was it DC5 or
no, it had, in my opinion, and I think most people will agree with me, the roots are there from the Stooges.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to say that the New York Dolls were that was just it. They were just plain ass first. And because there was nothing like the Dolls, and like the title of their second album was Too Much Too Soon, they were too much too soon.
Mm-hmm.
If they had come along a couple of years later, they would have been huge. But that's just how it was. But what they did was influence absolutely everyone. And so people say the Ramones started it. Well, they didn't. The Ramones are kind of like the Beatles. The Beatles didn't start that British rock and roll stuff, but they were the ones who
brought it to the forefront.
They brought it to the forefront, and they brought it to the public, and that's kind of what the Ramones did. I mean,
they would concur. By the way, I talked to Danny Fields, and he said that they were just right place, right time. He goes, we worked hard,
absolutely,
to get people to know who we were,
right.
But they got the credit for sort of being first,
right.
Even though, like you said, and why I said DC5.
You meant MC5.
I meant MC5. Yeah. No offense to the Dave Clark 5, but I didn't mean you. Okay. I would never, ever call the Dave Clark 5 a punk band.
No.
But the MC5.
Although Marky Ramone, I didn't know he could write, but Marky Ramone has a book, and Marky's a drummer for the Ramones. He's like, brother number 5.
Yeah.
He dedicated this book to Dave Clark.
Really?
Who he says does the best snare work ever.
Well, that it was at least in the mix. I will give the Dave Clark 5 drums were always like right in the face.
But anyway, so there is a connection. Marky Ramone of all people pulls in Dave Clark.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. See, so I actually did know what I was talking about.
You know some things.
I'm gonna take credit for that. P.Moss is our guest now. You also are a writer.
I am,
and a musician.
Yes.
Your band called
Bloodcocks UK.
I wanted you to say it, not me. But yeah. Okay. And when was that band put together?
About 12 or 13 years ago.
Oh, okay.
We are the only American band never to play in America.
I read that
on purpose, and we are very proud of that. We toured England once. We toured Japan 7 times, and we're going back to Japan in September just to play one final show.
Wow.
And because you can only do it for so long, but it's been great. Yeah. It's a lot
Who
of
was
fun.
it that lit your button, so to speak, gave you the interest to pick up a guitar and start playing?
I don't know. I just a friend of mine said, we should start a band. We'd been to, this was, I don't know, 12, 13, 14 years ago. There was a Mick Rock photo exhibit. It didn't last very long, and it was just unbelievable photography.
Mm-hmm.
And it's inspiring. And he goes, we should start a band. I go, Yeah, that's really great. I go, you don't know how to play anything, and neither do I. And so I just sort of took that as a challenge, and bought a guitar, started fooling around with it, and
that's punk rock. That's how that.
And
almost all of these bands started the same way, didn't they?
yeah, well, yeah, and quite frankly, what I ended up writing a whole bunch of songs, and quite frankly, what I do is I can play a pretty decent rhythm guitar on songs I wrote. Other than that, I can't do anything, but I can do that, and it's enough.
And we only do songs I wrote.
Yeah, that's right.
I love that. Okay, so we'll never see you here. You won't be playing at the Triple Down anytime soon.
No, sir.
Okay. Well, you're also a bar owner.
Yes.
And not a bar builder. That's the joke. Okay. But the bar owner who somehow now has 3 different bars in town.
Right, and 2 in New York City.
That's cray-cray. How'd that all start?
Well, I mean, I came to Las Vegas because I wanted to open a bar. I wanted to open the kind of bar that I would want to hang out at. And that bar became Double Down.
Right.
And then came Double Down in New York. And then came Frankie's Tiki Room. And then came another bar in New York. And then, when Mike and the museum people approached me about, operating the bar at the museum, we talked about that for quite a while. And
were you in right away on that, or did you have to think about it?
They had to convince me, but they did.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they did.
Yeah.
My partner Chris and I operate that.
Now, do you go back and forth between New York and Vegas all the time?
I used to. I don't anymore. I don't go very often. I go just a few times a year. I've got great people out there, and I'm in contact all the time. So
somebody once told me, it was my mom. She was in the restaurant business. She said it's all about trust.
It is all about trust.
You have to trust your employees to be able to be you when you can't be.
It's more than that. You can trust anybody, but you need to trust people who have earned your trust.
Sure.
And that's hard to find. The people that I have in New York have earned my trust, and I would trust them with anything.
Yeah.
And
that's why you're not getting on a plane every couple weeks.
That's why I'm not getting on a plane every couple weeks.
All right. So if I go to the museum, what's the one thing you would say is the highlight of the place?
The bar, for God's sake.
The Punk Rock Museum, you got to go to the Triple Down.
You got to go to the Triple Down. And what you have to do is you have to, have whatever you want, but, be, get with the program. You order a Fletcher, which is basically rum and Coke served in a Pringles can. And you get to eat the Pringles. It's Fletcher, who is the guitarist for Pennywise. We were talking a while ago, and he goes, we just happened to casually mention, I don't know why it came up, that what he drinks is rum and Coke in a Pringles can.
Yeah.
And I go, say that one more time. He did. I go, okay, don't worry, I got an idea. And I never said anything else to him. And then when the bar opened up, we served the Fletcher, which is the biggest selling item at the bar.
I would imagine. Well, it's larger than your standard drink. Yeah.
It is. It's a big drink, and
comes with chips.
You get fake potato chips, and it's fun. And you have your friend take a picture of you drinking the damn thing.
Sure. And
it's a lot of fun. Like the museum's a lot of fun. And you end your tour of the museum at the bar where you just relax. You have some more fun.
Okay. P.Moss is with us. The Punk Rock Museum, not Hall of Fame. Where are you located?
1422 Western Avenue, next to Little Darlings.
Oh,
yeah.
How convenient.
So yeah, you can get.
You know what? I drove right past there.
Oh, yeah, you stopped there too, didn't you?
Not at Little Darlings.
Come on.
No, I didn't. But I did see the museum, and now I'm just remembering that I saw the museum.
It's hard to miss. It's a black building with neon green lettering.
Right. But I took a mental note of it and then kind of forgot.
Okay.
So, right. But you weren't open yet. Now you're open.
Now we're
April
open.
1st,
We're open. Yes.
So give us some of the bands that are there that maybe people wouldn't expect to see.
I don't know, bands like the Red Ants, bands like Faction. There's just tons of bands.
Were you a punk yourself?
No, I was never a punk. I always, from the very beginning, really, really liked punk music.
Yeah.
And I liked the punk attitude and the atmosphere, and I like going to punk clubs and punk shows. But I was never a punk, but I got it, and I enjoyed it, and I always have enjoyed it.
How did you not become a punk if you were all over the music, all over the scene? Just didn't want, you couldn't give up your Foreigner records.
Oh no, I never had foreigner records. Don't no. See, what you're doing now is, I know this is AM radio, and I know the FCC's involved, and I've done enough interviews to know when I can swear and where I can't.
Yeah.
But damn it, I never had any foreigner records.
Okay, let's just stop those rumors right now, and don't even bring up Journey because
for God's sake.
Well, the one thing I was thinking about though, because we're talking about these, for lack of a better word, commercial mainstream rock bands from those days.
Sure.
They lived side by side with the soul artist, the R&B artist, the funk artist,
right,
and the punks as well. And I remember specifically
like the Ramones said, we want the airwaves because they didn't have them.
That's true. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I remember my journalism class, there was a girl named Liz Guig.
Oh, you knew her?
I did know Liz.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
Good old girl, Liz. She was
easy
a great
too. Really,
that was a rumor.
No, she was easy.
Okay. I'm not going to argue that. Okay. Anyway, Liz was the editor of our newspaper and lived the ethos in every way, shape, and form. I mean, I learned about Susie and the Banshees from her. I learned about the Sex Pistols from her. In fact, she was at that show in San Francisco, the one and only,
Yeah.
And she waved the flag, but she had zero issues sort of being elbow to elbow with somebody who liked REO Speedwagon. It was okay. And I was thinking about this today, for the museum to really do super well, it's going to have to not just super serve the core, the people that grew up and identify, but also people who maybe are just curious because they lived through that time, but they just never went off the diving board.
Here's the thing about the museum and the reason why it's going to be successful for a long time. It's like, punk started in the 70s, mid 70s. That's almost 50 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you got guys who were kids then. They're in their 60s now.
Yeah.
And they want to come to the museum and see all the stuff that takes them back to that. You've got people that are 20 that are coming in that just love all the new stuff and the recent stuff, and that's what they want to see. But they're really excited to see the old stuff, and the old guys are excited to see the new stuff, and everybody in between. And like the old guys, they'll want to take their kids or their grandkids and say, "This is what Grandpa used to like."
Sure.
And go, "Shut up! I'm going to the bar." But it's for absolutely for everybody.
I'm going to have a Fletcher right now.
You're going to have a Fletcher. I dare you to have two of them.
So something for everybody.
Absolutely, there's something for everybody.
So we're kind of saying the same thing, because I think there would be a curiosity from that person that was, for whatever reason, lived the mainstream music lifestyle.
Yeah.
But watched all the fun happening and was like, oh, I want to slam dance.
Absolutely.
I want to surf, So this is a chance to go in and check it all out.
Absolutely.
Learn about stuff that came before you and the things, like you said, that are happening right now. Punk hasn't gone away.
Punk has not gone away.
Yeah.
And it ebbs and flows, and it's big and it's not, but it's not going to go away, and it's never going to go away.
Do you have a favorite latter day, more current punk band?
No.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to say Pennywise because I just thank Fletcher for his drink.
Yeah. So for that reason alone, a tip of the cap.
Yes. And and there's a couple more. It's like there's also the Double Fatty, which is named after Fat Mike, which he wanted to have it's a double shot of Tito's vodka with lime seltzer and a shot of Jameson Irish whiskey on the side.
A little Jameson to chase it down.
You said shit.
No, I said chase.
No,
but I got your ear with that essay. So
you did. Anyway, so we've got some specialty drinks, and it's just a lot of fun.
Man, I want to go. I want to go right now. What are the hours?
The museum is open from noon until 10. Right now, the bar is open until 11. It's open only to museum customers at this point, but sometime very soon,
it's going to change.
Hopefully in the next several weeks, that's going to change where the bar is open to the public. You don't have to go to the museum to go to the bar, although you're going to want to, but you don't have to.
Is that a legal thing, or is that just something you guys are working out?
No, that's just something that the way it started out.
Yeah.
And we will be open later as well. So that's going to be a big deal when that happens. And when that does happen, we're going to yell really loud and everybody's going to know it.
All the way down Fremont Street.
All the way down everywhere. Yes.
Who is the or how do you find out who's giving the guided tours?
Go to the website, thepunkrockmuseum.com, and it will tell you everything that's going on. It will allow you to reserve space in whatever tour you want. And there's a great gift shop as well. I mean, I know you exit museums through the gift shop,
right,
and you exit this one through the gift shop, but you also enter this one through the gift shop. There's a lot of really great stuff in there. It's got your basics, your t-shirts, your stuff, and tons of stuff. But it's also got a lot of great books and things. So it's really interesting. Yeah.
What about your books? Are they there?
No, my books aren't.
You're kind of like true crime writer, right?
Crime fiction.
Crime fiction.
I don't like true crime. Crime fiction.
Okay.
Yeah. No, my books wouldn't fit in there. But
how do we find your books?
Go to a bookstore, or easiest way if you're lazy, you just lay in bed or sit in the bathtub and go to Amazon.
And you're available there.
I'm available there. Yes, sir.
P.Moss, thanks, man.
My pleasure.
This was a lot of fun. The Punk Rock Museum, you got to go check this out. I'm headed there since I can't hear Liz over there, and somebody told me she was easy, so we'll find out what that was. Okay, do that, and stick around. It's almost National Record Store Day. That's coming up. In fact, it's tomorrow. And we're going to have a guest in here, Christina, who's coming in from Zia Records, and she's going to be able to tell us everything we know to make it a good RSD.
Hi there, this is Kirby Schofield, Schofield Realty here in Las Vegas. Real estate is always changing, be it a buyer's market, a seller's market. At Schofield Realty, it's your market. Buying or selling, we have the team and the tools to work the market so it works for you. We are excited that we're on the Wayne Coy Show. Our results blessed us with the Zillow Flex partnership roughly about 2 years ago due to our consistent conversion and customer service scores. With conversion, that means we can close, and with our customer service scores, you know you're going to get the best service possible. We're always looking for agents led by mentorship, resources, and experience. We are your guide. Find us, kirby4u.com. That's KIRBY, the number 4, the letter U.com. Kirby4u.com, or call 702-766-9538. Again, 702-766-9538.
Packages start at $29.99 a month with signed agreement. Restrictions apply. Speak to a representative for complete offer details. See Vivint.com for license details. Terms and conditions apply.
Homeowners, if you're looking for the best in home security and smart home technology at a price you can actually afford, we have great news. Now you can get Vivint's award-winning home security systems starting at about $1 a day. U.S. News & World Report has recognized Vivint as the best professionally installed home security system of 2022. And right now, you can get Vivint's home security technology for about $1 a day. Plus, get free professional installation from a licensed technician. Protect your home and loved ones for as low as $1 a day. Call right now for your free home security consultation.
800-557-8036. 800-557-8036. 800-557-8036. That's 800-557-8036.
Are you worried about your taxes? Okay, so I'm talking to those of you out there that have not filed in a few years with the IRS or state. It's time to get worried, and here's why. The IRS is getting back from their own COVID lockdown, and they're hiring more enforcers, and they're going to come after people that owe taxes. So if you're a 1099 worker, and maybe you just plain forgot to file your taxes, you need to call the professionals right now at the Tax Helpline. They are experts at knowing the tax regulations, and their goal is to help you pay as little as possible. Call right now and get a 100% free tax evaluation. Remember, before the IRS knocks on your door, knock on our door. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, make this free call right now.
Call Taxes 321 now at 800-203-3517. 800-203-3517. That's 800-203-3517.
Do you love watching television? If you're on a fixed budget, you need to make this free call right now to Dish and find out how you can get a fixed monthly price to watch all the television you want for 3 full years. In addition to a 3-year price guarantee, you can also get free monthly movie rentals. They give you 1 free movie rental every month. That's a $165 value, yours free. Plus, get free in-home tech visits, no-cost equipment replacements, a free voice remote, and you can watch commercial-free TV. Even access all your favorite apps to stream like Netflix, Amazon Prime, YouTube, and more. Now is the perfect time to call Dish. Take advantage of the 3-year price guarantee. Save yourself some money, and all your equipment is free. Call right now.
800-586-4206. 800-586-4206. 800-586-4206. That's 800-586-4206. Paid for by NPS.
Hey, listen to this. Share Life Vacations has a special treat for you. It's a free 3-day, 2-night getaway to either magical Orlando or exciting Las Vegas. It's your choice. Absolutely no strings attached. Share Life will also include a second vacation to your choice of over 30 additional popular resort destinations. Now, we can't give everyone a fantastic prize package like this, so to make it fair, we're going to ask you a trivia question. You get it right, you'll win it all. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. This movie is about a British Secret Service agent who is frozen in time in the 1960s. Was that movie Austin Powers' International Man of Mystery? Press 1. Diamonds Are Forever? Press 2. Lethal Weapon? Press 3. Got it? Well, then call 855-301-8586. 855-301-8586. That's 855-301-8586.
In times of economic uncertainty and chaos, your money means nothing. You may not even be able to get it from your bank or ATM. And the money you do have in the stock market will go down and down. What you can bank on is gold and silver. Gold and silver have been a reliable and trusted form of currency for thousands of years. Gold and silver have never been worth zero, and typically gold holds its value during economic turmoil. Call the Gold Hotline now and learn how to protect your money and your assets with gold and silver. And learn how to set up a new IRA or roll over your current one into a gold-backed IRA. Protect your money from the next market crash with gold and silver. Call now for your free gold guide.
800-557-7921. 800-557-7921. 800-557-7921. That's 800-557-7921.
Ladies and gentlemen, Wayne Coy!
Hi, I'm Wayne.
Oh, Mr. Wayne.
Hi, Mr. Wayne.
Wayne. Touchdown. Listen to what I say.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's one of my best friends and one of the best comics in the business. Make some noise for Brett Ernst.
Love makes you give up all the things I don't wonder.
After the World War II generation, America just takes a nosedive. Like my generation, I don't even know what I am. Whatever the f Eminem is. Okay, what did we do? We didn't storm Normandy. What did we do? What, the East Coast, West Coast rap war? Is that our claim to fame? And that's another thing. If you're in your 40s and 30s, late 30s, stop commenting on what the music the kids are listening to. All right? Our music sucked too. Stop acting like all of our wish was dope. Yeah, Rico Suave, he was phenomenal, wasn't he? Yeah, Milli Vanilli, remember them? They weren't even singing.
Brett Ernst, welcome to our humble abode. It is so nice to have you here, man.
I didn't think I would be a part of something like Cobra Kai. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's a cool thing to be a part of.
Yeah.
Being around everybody that talked that way, I was able to, it was weird. I didn't even look at the audition until I was on the plane because I had to get off. I mean, I read it and then I was like, this is a show about the Karate Kid, but I didn't know all the details because I was just
backstory.
Yeah, I was just so focused on doing the show on Saturday. So Sunday I read it, and then I had the audition on Monday. So when I got off the plane, I just went right to the studio, and I auditioned, and I had my accent back a little just by being around
so
everybody.
It helped
it helped
just
a lot.
coming from there.
And then I was also wearing my buddy as owns JR's Bar and Grill in Seaside Heights.
Okay.
And I was wearing, the Maruca's Pizza shirt. I just got right off the plane.
You were all jerseyed out.
And then, I just delivered it normal, and they just, they liked it, and then you test for it, and then I got it. But I didn't know the full details until I got there. I mean, I learned once I got the role, and I remember showing up on set, and me and Dan Adut, who plays Anoush, my partner at the car dealership, we both get on set. We had met in passing before because he was a stand-up as well, but we were both like, this is crazy. And then our first scene is when Johnny and Daniel meet for the first time on camera.
Yeah.
At the car dealership.
John Turturro says that to, what's his name? The black guy with the tax problems, kills all the vampires. Blade.
I appreciate the parental advice, Louis, but I don't think threatening a teenager is the go-to move here.
Hey, kid, relax. We're just breaking balls.
Season 3, I get to redeem myself.
Yeah.
After setting Johnny's car on fire and ratting my cousin out.
You said that was the very first scene?
Well, when we were on set and they both showed up, and again, I had met them individually.
Were you tripping?
Yeah, I was looking at Dan going, holy, what the... It was surreal. And again, because that movie was such a big part of my childhood.
Sure.
I mean, being an Italian-American from New Jersey and then moving to Florida was kind of like the same thing with a single mom. And believe it or not, there was a lot of similarities between Daniel's mom and my mom.
Really?
Yeah, well, with the whole innocent. Remember when they're pushing the station wagon?
Yeah.
She's like, hi, boys. And they're making fun of her. And she don't even realize it.
Right.
That's exactly how my mom would be and is.
Yeah.
Very naive to situations sometimes.
Sure.
To see that in there. And to be a part of it. It was pretty cool, man.
How many seasons?
6. This is the final one.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
I did not know this.
Yeah, so I think they're going to start shooting soon.
But you have no idea what's going to happen.
None.
Right?
No, I'm not in the writer's room. I
Right.
wish.
Right.
So I'd suggest I get killed on the show. It'd be great.
Would you like that?
Season, to go out like a savage.
But you wouldn't. You'd fall off the billboard or something.
So yeah, well, I don't know. I just hope I get involved in more of the physical altercations.
But the thing is, if you get killed off and there's ever a reunion or they bring it back again.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Or
maybe I just get hit by a car because that would be ironic.
It's temporary.
You know?
Yeah, it would be. It would be very ironic. So what's next for you? I mean, you love stand-up, right? I mean,
yeah,
it's always going to be part of your life.
It's my first love. It's my, everything's parallel. So, you keep auditioning, and if something else comes up, that's great. But stand-up is, I just shot a new special March 2nd in New York. I already shot it.
Oh, wow.
I produced it with Pete Davidson. So hopefully we'll find a home for that.
Tell me about him.
Keep moving. Just keep moving forward. Great kid, man.
Is he?
Oh God. What a great guy, man. Really is. Funny kid too.
He seems so aloof. And I'm just like, is that real or,
I don't know. I mean,
what's the movie he made where he's in the basement, which is kind of basically based on his real life?
It's Staten Island Kings. And then that movie's kind of autobiographical. But the crew of guys that I'm friends with in comedy, from Burr to him to Paul Verzi to Sebastian Maniscalco,
there's a nice guy.
We have a whole great, because we all came up together. But I knew Pete when he was younger. You know what I mean?
He's like a kid to you.
Yeah. And he was just always a cool kid, man.
And there's a cool guy right there, Brett Ernst. Appreciated that time together, absolutely. And we appreciate you being where you are right now, which is wondering what the score is in the hockey game. It's 2-2. Overtime, not surprised. In Dallas, the Stars and our Golden Knights knotted at 2. We'll keep you up to date on that and pay tribute to the one and only Tina Turner coming up in a bit after the news. This is The Wayne Coy Show.
World famous radio shopping show weekday on 1400 KSHP North Las Vegas and KSHP.com. KSHP North Las Vegas 107.1 FM 1400 AM K29.
USA News. I'm Ryan Daniels. Politicians are getting a little salty inside the chambers of Congress, as evidenced this week when Democrats laughed at House Republican Freedom Caucus leader Marjorie Taylor Greene during regular proceedings. It happened when a top Republican was making floor remarks about the debt ceiling. Democrats heckled him, even called him a liar. Then
the members are reminded to abide by decorum of the House.
some Democrats even started shouting from their seats. This comes after Greene yelled liar at President Biden's State of the Union address earlier this year. South Carolina's governor signing into law a 6-week abortion ban effective immediately, but it's being challenged by abortion providers in the state. The president expressed optimism amid tense debt ceiling negotiations at the White House Thursday. He says there is one prime focus from both sides.
The outlines of what the budget will look like, not about default.
There remains uncertainty, though, as influential House GOP Freedom Caucus members are leaning on Speaker Kevin McCarthy to get tougher in talks. Democrats say their yes votes are no guarantee either, even if a deal emerges. Wall Street stayed modest with mixed results through Thursday. The NASDAQ gained big, adding 213 points off good AI company earnings. Expect a big travel surge for Memorial Day weekend as nearly 43 million Americans will be jamming up transport through the holiday. Correspondent Maggie Vespa from Chicago early Thursday.
Bit of a mixed bag of expectations for those traveling, but we'll start with the good news. Gas is down. Here in Chicago, it's at $4.79. The national average this morning, according to AAA, is $3.57.
Down more than $1 from Memorial Day weekend of last year, but rising a tad, up 4 cents since yesterday. And Barbie and Ken in a California jail cell? Believe it if you've seen the new trailer for Warner Brothers and Greta Gerwig's Barbie. This is USA News.
As a dentist, I know what my patients are saying when they really can't speak. She says her gums have been bleeding. Is there anything you can do? Absolutely. You can try New Crest Gum Detoxify and Restore. Yep, New Crest Gum Detoxify and Restore is professionally designed to start healing gums from day one. Right. Healthy gums, healthy mouth.
Crest Gum Detoxify and Restore. Smile. Crest has you covered.
Do you have a story to tell? Bring your story to life with audiobooks. Great stories deserve great storytelling. Audiobook Network provides professional voice actors and full production services for every author's manuscript. From narration, production, and editing to distribution, promotion, and sales, Audiobook Network handles everything. If you have a print book, ebook, or even a manuscript, call Audiobook Network now and get our free audiobook guide. 800-734-1229, 800-734-1229.
Is your dog suffering from a sensitive stomach? Hi, it's Kelly the Cookie Lady from Mooch's Munchies. Our dogs had super sensitive tummies, and I needed to find a low-fat treat that wouldn't give them gas or other issues. Most of the treats on the market were loaded with fillers, chemicals, and chicken fat. Many of them weren't even food. Well, I knew I could do better, so I developed Mooch's Munchies, and I'm happy to be able to share them with you. Stop by our store or our website, moochesmunchies.com, and find out why we say that Mooch's Munchies are totally pawsome.
Hungry for the best barbecue in Las Vegas? Come out to the infamous barbecue and meat market, John Mole's Meats and Roadkill Grill in Las Vegas. John Mole's was featured on the Food Network's Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. Now take home delicious meat selections for your grill, and while you're there, grab a bite of the best barbecue in Las Vegas. With 2 locations now at Tom and Gowan or on North Decatur, you're sure to find the perfect meats for your next barbecue or party. Find us online at johnmolemeats.com.
Welcome to Hash House A Go-Go, where we've been serving farm food and crafted cocktails for over 2 decades. Visit us for the full Hash House experience at any of our 5 Las Vegas locations. Hash House A Go-Go is where old school meets new and gets twisted. We bring people together over good food and fun. Come in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and come hungry because our portions are huge. Visit us online to see our entire menu at hashhouseagogo.com. Hash House A Go-Go. It's a Midwest thing, and there's nothing else like it.
Zen World Premium CBD offers full and broad spectrum CBD oil, extracts, and capsules, which are designed to help you feel your best. Their products are sourced from the best organic hemp and natural ingredients on the market and are tested for quality, purity, and potency. They have a full range of items from health and wellness to beauty to pets. Call 725-205-9223. Visit online at zenworld.com or stop by their location at 9895 South Maryland Parkway and Silverado Range Parkway. Mention KSHP for 10% off in store or use code KSHP online for 15% off.
Hi there, this is Kirby Schofield, Schofield Realty here in Las Vegas. Real estate is always changing, be it a buyer's market, a seller's market. At Schofield Realty, it's your market. Buying or selling, we have the team and the tools to work the market so it works for you. We are excited that we're on the Wayne Coy Show. Our results blessed us with the Zillow Flex partnership roughly about 2 years ago due to our consistent conversion and customer service scores. With conversion, that means we can close. And with our customer service scores, you know you're going to get the best service possible. We're always looking for agents, led by mentorship, resources, and experience. We are your guide. Find us, kirby4u.com. That's KIRBY, the number 4, the letter U.com. Kirby4u.com or call 702-766-9538. Again, 702-766-9538.
Live from Las Vegas, this is the Wayne Coy Show.
It's 20 years later, I think, probably a little bit more. And a lot has happened since the stage life, and my life changed. I had sicknesses, and I moved from America to Switzerland, and retirement set in, and things changed.
The queen of rock and roll herself, the indomitable Tina Turner.
Who are you here to see today? That's right.
Her incredible life and career is like a roller coaster ride of indescribable highs and unimaginable lows. She has overcome hardship with an infectious love for life and a perspective on existence that transcends her music.
Some people called me foolish woman. I think it took a smart woman to live with a man and to live in that situation.
Every now and then, it was some fun. Why I felt so comfortable leaving America was because everyone treated me not as a Black person. They treated me just as a star.
With over 100 million records, Turner is one of the best-selling record artists of all time. She has received 12 Grammy Awards, which include 8 competitive awards, 3 Grammy Hall of Fame awards, and a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award. She was the first Black artist and first female to be on the cover of Rolling Stone.
I think if I'd had as many records as the Stones, I could justify it. But to 2 albums and having it's almost like saying, well, it's because of the book, and it's because I've worked there long. You put 10,000 becauses on it, and because you don't really know why.
People still see me as Tina. I will always be Tina to them because that they only see me on stage.
Behind the scenes, Tina was very much, she didn't want the shame of it, of people knowing what was going on.
I'm happier than I ever thought that life would become for me. So that means that most of my hardships came while I was young, growing up. And in the last days, when normally people suffer from old age and sickness, my happiness came. I'm really thoroughly happy.
From Proud Mary to What's Love Got to Do with It? Tina Turner is simply the best.
So aside of being really tired of talking about myself. I'm really proud of what my future as a star became. I feel proud that I hold that in my hand. It's very good. I go to the doctor now once a month for them to just check to make sure everything is going. I take medicine once a day that I have to for the rest of the life. And I did fall a couple of days ago and broke something, so I was in the wheelchair and on the crutches. But now I'm going through my sick period. And I think that'll take me right into the 90s or whatever. I'll be around for a while.
Tina Turner was born Anna Mae Bullock on November 26, 1939, in Brownsville, Tennessee, the youngest daughter of Zelma Priscilla and Floyd Richard Bullock. The family lived in the nearby rural, unincorporated community of Nutbush, Tennessee, where her father worked as an overseer of the sharecroppers at Poindexter Farm on Highway 180. She later recalled picking cotton with her family at an early age. Tina had two older sisters, Evelyn Juanita Curry and Ruby Aline Bullock. As young children, the three sisters were separated when their parents relocated to Knoxville, Tennessee, to work at a defense facility during World War II. She went to stay with her strict religious paternal grandparents, Alex and Roxana Bullock, who were deacon and deaconess at the Woodlawn Missionary Baptist Church. After the war, the sisters reunited with their parents and moved with them to Knoxville. 2 years later, the family returned to Nutbush to live in the Flag Grove community, where she attended Flag Grove Elementary School from 1st through 8th grade. As a young girl, Tina sang in the church choir at Nutbush's Spring Hill Baptist Church. When she was 11, her mother Zelma ran off without warning, seeking freedom from her abusive relationship with Floyd by relocating to St. Louis in 1950. 2 years after her mother left the family, her father married another woman and moved to Detroit in 1952. Tina and her sisters were sent to live with their maternal grandmother, Georgiana Curry, in Brownsville, Tennessee. She stated in her autobiography, I, Tina, that she felt her mother had not loved her and that she wasn't wanted, and that her mother had planned to leave her father when pregnant with her. She was a very young woman who didn't want another kid, Turner wrote. A self-professed tomboy, she joined both the cheerleading squad and the female basketball team at Carver High School in Brownsville and socialized every chance she got. When she was 16, her grandmother died, so she went to live with her mother in St. Louis. She graduated from Sumner High School in 1958. After her graduation, she worked as a nurse's aide at Barnes Jewish Hospital. Turner began her career in 1958, appearing under the name Little Ann, and it wasn't until 1960 that she started performing as Tina Turner. Tina and her sister began to frequent nightclubs in St. Louis and East St. Louis. She first saw Ike Turner perform with his band, the Kings of Rhythm, at the Manhattan Club in East St. Louis. She was so impressed by his talent, recalling that she almost went into a trance watching him play. She asked Ike to let her sing in his band, despite the fact that few women had ever sung with him. He said he'd call her, but never did. One night in 1957, She got hold of the microphone from Kings of Rhythm drummer Eugene Washington during an intermission, and she sang the B.B. King blues ballad, You Know I Love You. Upon hearing her sing, Ike asked her if she knew more songs. She sang the rest of the night and became a featured vocalist with his band. During this period, he taught her the finer points of vocal control and performance. Tina's first recording was in 1958 under the name Little Ann on the single Box Top. She is credited as a vocalist on the record alongside Ike and fellow Kings of Rhythm singer Carlson Oliver. After the release of A Fool in Love, Ike created the Ike and Tina Turner Review, which included the Kings of Rhythm and a girl group called the Ikeettes as backing vocalists and dancers. Ike put the entire review through a rigorous touring schedule across the United States, performing 90 days straight in venues around the country. During the days of the Chitlin Circuit, the Ike and Tina Turner Review built a reputation as one of the most hottest, most durable, and potentially most explosive of all R&B ensembles, with its show rivaling that of the James Brown Review in terms of musical spectacle. In 1960, Ike wrote A Fool in Love for singer Art Lassiter. Tina was to sing background with Lassiter's backing vocalists, the Artlettes. Lassiter failed to show up for the recording session at Technisonic Studios. Since Ike had already paid for the studio time, Tina suggested to sing lead. He decided to use her to record a demo with the intention of erasing her vocals and adding Lassiter's at a later date. Local St. Louis disc jockey Dave Dixon convinced Ike to send the tape to Juggy Murray, president of R&B label Sue Records. Upon hearing the song, Murray was impressed with Bullock's vocals, later stating that Tina sounded like screaming dirt. It was a funky sound. Murray bought the track and paid Ike a $25,000 advance for the recording and publishing rights. Murray also convinced Ike to make Tina the star of the show. However, family and friends still called her Ann.
People still see me as Tina. I will always be Tina to them because that they only see me on stage. They're not in my home and in my private life. I don't travel a lot. I stay at home so they can go by how I live my life here to know that no, she's not that way or this way. So they would know that that part of Tina is only on for stage.
Turner likened her early relationship with Ike Turner to that of a brother and sister from another lifetime. They were platonic friends from the time they met in 1957 until 1960. Their affair began while Ike was with his living girlfriend, Lorraine Taylor. They became intimate when she went to sleep with him after another musician threatened to go to her room. After recording A Fool in Love, Turner told Ike that she didn't want to continue their relationship. He responded by striking her in the head with a wooden shoe stretcher. Turner recalled that this incident was the first time he instilled fear in her.
Every now and then, it was some fun. Sometimes it was, but I don't remember what it was. But I remember there were days that was lighter and nicer. But mostly, he was just always angry with me. Oh, he treated me like I was a prisoner and he was the guard.
After the birth of their son, Ronnie, in October 1960, they moved to Los Angeles in 1962 and married in Tijuana. In 1963, Ike purchased a house in the View Park area. They brought their son, Ronnie, Turner's son, Craig, and Ike's two sons with Lorraine from St. Louis to live with them. Later, she revealed in I, Tina that Ike was abusive and promiscuous throughout their marriage, which led her to a suicide attempt in 1968 by overdosing on Valium pills.
When it looked like I possibly couldn't get out because I was really afraid, I planned, okay, then I'll just die because I'm really tired of everything. You know, no hit records being blamed for Ike not being able to come up with hit records because I wasn't singing properly. And then the one night when it really just got a bit too much where crying didn't even help, I took them all almost like in 2 swallows. And I didn't regret any of it. And actually, when I opened my eyes, I went, excuse the expression, well, I'm still here. I really had planned to leave here. And then I said, after I started feeling a bit better, I said, well, it's not time yet then. So that was that experience.
She said, "It was my relationship with Ike that made me most unhappy. At first, I had really been in love with him. Look what he'd done for me. But he was totally unpredictable." Ike was later diagnosed with bipolar disorder in his old age. Due to their profitable performances, they were able to perform in front of desegregated audiences in Southern clubs and hotels. Impressed by the duo's performance on the Big TNT show, Phil Spector was eager to produce Turner. Working out a deal with Ike and Tina Turner's manager, Bob Krasno, who was also head of Loma, Spector offered $20,000 for creative control over the sessions to produce and have them released from their contract with Loma. They signed to Spector's Phillies label in April 1966, after Turner had already recorded with him. Their first single on his label, River Deep, Mountain High, was released in 1966. The impact of the record gave Ike and Tina Turner an opening spot on the Rolling Stones UK tour in the fall of 1966.
When I was on stage, you feel it very strongly, these people giving you this energy. And you don't really understand, you just feel it. You don't understand really what they're trying to say, what they want, what they need from you, what they need from life. But you just feel that they need something, and they're giving it to you.
In November 1967, Tina became the first female and Black artist to appear on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine. The duo signed with Blue Thumb Records in 1968, releasing the album Out of Season in 1969. The album produced their charted cover of Otis Redding's I've Been Loving You Too Long. Later that year, they released The Hunter. The title track, Albert King's The Hunter, earned Turner a Grammy nomination for Best Female R&B Vocal Performance. The success of the albums led to the Revue headlining in Las Vegas, where their shows were attended by a variety of celebrities, including David Bowie, Sly Stone, Janis Joplin, Cher, James Brown, Ray Charles, Elton John, and Elvis Presley.
Some people called me foolish woman. I think it took a smart woman to live with a man and to live in that situation. That's the credit I give myself. But most of all, I think I was trying to say to Ike Turner, I'm your friend. I am your friend. I'm not going to leave you. I'll stand by you, until I found that it was being used against me. It was used to hold me there as a guilt kind of thing.
Their time in Las Vegas was also the beginning of a dark turn in their relationship. Ike had always been controlling and dominant. However, things were about to become even worse. As the story goes, one night in Vegas, Ike was partying after one of his shows when he was offered cocaine by none other than Elvis himself. Notorious for his hard party lifestyle, Elvis had a reputation in the industry, but this would be Ike's first introduction to the hard drug, and he became hooked. Ike and Tina Turner Revue hit the mainstream with Proud Mary on The Ed Sullivan Show on January 11, 1970. Their energy was unstoppable. But behind the scenes, things were falling apart.
Left a good job in the city, working for the man every night and day. But I never lost 1 minute of sleeping, worrying about the way things might have been. Big wheels keep on turning. Keep on burning, rolling, we're rolling down the river, rolling down the river.
By the mid-1970s, Ike was heavily addicted to cocaine, which hindered his relationship with Turner. In 1976, they headlined at the Waldorf Astoria, New York, and signed a television deal with CBS TV. Ike made plans to leave United Artists Records for a 5-year deal with Cream Records for $150,000 per year. The deal was to be signed on July 5th. On July 1st, the Turners flew from Los Angeles to Dallas, where the Revue had a gig at the Dallas Statler Hilton. They got into a physical altercation en route to the hotel. Shortly after arriving at the hotel, Turner fled from Ike and later hid at a friend's house.
I didn't know that the way out was through the door, but that didn't come at the time. I just thought totally helpless. And when I was really, really, really fed up, that's when I just took a chance and said, come what may, and left. I was just really tired of my life and the situation I was in with Ike.
Her dramatic escape was immortalized in the controversial film about her life, What's Love Got to Do with It?, starring Angela Bassett. This was the end of their music and their marriage.
I need to speak with your manager.
Yes, ma'am, right away. George.
I'm Tina Turner. My husband and I just had a fight. I'm supposed to open at the Academy tonight. I have 36 cents on a mobile card. But if you would give me a room, I swear I will pay you back.
No, that won't be necessary. Now, Miss Turner, I'd be honored, really. We'll take care of
you. Thank you.
She filed for divorce on July 27th, and it was finalized on March 29th, 1978. In 1976 and 1977, Turner earned income by appearing on TV shows such as The Hollywood Squares, Donnie and Marie, The Sonny and Cher Show, and The Brady Bunch Hour. As lawsuits were mounting for canceled Ike and Tina Turner gigs, Turner resumed touring to pay off her debts with finances given to her by United Artists executive Mike Stewart.
I got the music in me. I got the music in me. I got the music in me. I feel funky. Feel good. I want to tell you, we are in the neighborhood. Fly like a bird with some wings. Hold on to your hat. Sing, sing,
sing. In 1977, Turner re-emerged with a sexier image and costumes created by Bob Mackie. She headlined in a series of cabaret shows at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. and then took her act to smaller venues in the United States. In 1978, Turner released her third solo album, Rough, on United Artists, with distribution in North America and Europe on EMI. That album, along with its 1979 follow-up, Love Explosion, which included a brief diversion to disco music, failed to chart, so United Artists Records and Turner parted ways. Without the premise of a hit record, she continued performing. Until 1983, Turner was considered a nostalgia act, performing mostly at hotel ballrooms and clubs in the United States. She was finally given a second chance and signed with Capitol Records in 1983. In November 1983, she released her cover of Al Green's Let's Stay Together, which was produced by BEF. The record became a hit, reaching several European charts, including number 6 in the UK. Following the single's surprise success, Capitol Records green-lighted a studio album. Turner had 2 weeks to record her Private Dancer album, which was released in May 1984. It became an outstanding commercial success, peaking at number 3 on the Billboard 200 and number 2 in the United Kingdom. Private Dancer was certified 5 times platinum in the United States and sold 100 million copies worldwide, becoming her most successful album. Also in May 1984, Capitol issued the album's second single, What's Love Got to Do with It? Although undoubtedly her most successful single, Tina never wanted to sing the song and admitted many times she didn't enjoy it.
You must try to ignore that it means more than that. Oh, what's love got to do with it? What's love but a second-hand emotion? What's love got to do with it? Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken?
On September 1st, 1984, Tina achieved her first and only number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 with What's Love Got to Do with It. The follow-up singles, Better Be Good to Me and Private Dancer, were both U.S. top 10 hits. Turner culminated her comeback when she won 3 Grammys at the 27th Annual Grammy Awards, including the Grammy Award for Record of the Year for What's Love Got to Do with It.
It's that big. I think if I'd had as many records as the Stones, I could justify it. But 2 albums and having it's almost like saying, well, it's because of the book, it's because I've worked there long. You put 10,000 becauses on it, and because you don't really know why.
Not satisfied with being one of the biggest stars in the history of music, Tina has also tried her hand at acting. She appeared in the 1975 rock musical Tommy, as well as the action movies Mad Max Beyond the Thunderdome in 1985 and Last Action Hero in 1993. In 1991, Ike and Tina Turner were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Ike was incarcerated, and Tina did not attend. Turner stated through her publicist that she was taking a leave of absence following her tour, and she felt emotionally unequipped to return to the U.S. and respond to the night of celebration in the manner she would want. Phil Spector accepted the award on their behalf.
Why I felt so comfortable leaving America was because everyone treated me not as a Black person. They treated me just as a star. Difference. It's different than when I was there. My attitude about being there is I had lived there the first 50 years of my life, and now I'm moving to another country. Part of that was because of my relationship with Irvin. Part of that was I was always treated a little bit different in those other countries than in America, because in America, a Black singer, R&B singer, is always a Black singer, R&B singer. I'm happier than I ever thought that life would become for me. So that means that most of my hardships came while I was young and growing up. And in the last days, when normally people suffer from old age and sickness, my happiness came. I'm really thoroughly happy. I don't think he really meant for me to sing it. I don't think he really meant that anything could come from that. I don't even really think he cared to write a song for Bon with what he gave me. I wish I still had some of that stuff, but yeah, I knew then that I had talent to sing anything put before me.
Golden eye, I found his weakness. Golden eye, he'll do what I please. Golden eye, no time for sweetness, but a bitter kiss will bring him to his knees.
I chill now. I mean, it was another feeling to sing to that. When I was, really to sing into that, I saw exactly what Phil was producing. He didn't make a proper demo. Someone just threw the music together, and he had just written the song. And when Roger, my manager, said, "Tina, this is a song. He told me it was a big break. So he said, it's a little bit rough. And I thought, what? Well, how do I put this together? Even it wasn't showing me what the melody was. And so I would have to say I created as close to what I thought the melody was of that. So when I went to actually audition with Phil, he said, no, just the melody. And he would do the piano. Mm. And then I thought, oh, well, that's easy. I can sing anything if you tell me how to sing it. Give me the melody.
Who are you here to see today? That's right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to honor Tina Turner today with star number 1,831 in Hollywood's famous Walk of Fame. Today, we honor Tina Turner for her many outstanding achievements in recording.
Make sure that the world knows the great affection that we of Hollywood have for Tina and the great admiration we have for her great talents.
Well, it's been about 15 million records up till now. We're going to start all over again. And Tina, we're so honored and graced by your presence. We look forward, most of all, to many, many more celebrations because they're always a lot of fun. Congratulations on your day, and thank you very much for being part of our family.
In December 2005, Turner was recognized by the Kennedy Center Honors at the John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts in Washington, D.C., and was elected to join an elite group of entertainers. In December 2007, Ike Turner passed away. Tina didn't attend the funeral and issued a brief statement through her spokesperson. Tina hasn't had any contact with Ike in more than 30 years. No further comment will be made. In 1986, Turner met German music executive Erwin Bach, who was sent by her European record label, EMI, to greet Turner at Dusseldorf Airport. Bach is over 16 years her junior. He was born on January 24, 1956 in Cologne, Germany. Initially friends, they began dating later that year. In July 2013, after a 27-year romantic relationship, they married in a civil ceremony on the banks of Lake Zurich in Küsnacht, Switzerland.
It's 20 years later, I think, probably a little bit more. And a lot has happened since the stage life, and my life changed. I had sicknesses, and I moved from America to Switzerland, and retirement set in, and things changed. No, actually, I had retired. I haven't actually tried to sing since, but I'm sure I can. Oh, yes.
Turner revealed in her 2018 memoir, My Love Story, that she had suffered life-threatening illnesses. In 2013, 3 weeks after her wedding to Erwin Bach, she suffered a stroke and had to learn to walk again.
So mild stroke from the back of the head, and then they took me down the room, and I didn't believe it. I saw a stroke like that. They left the room, flop, hit the floor. After we got rid of the stroke, and the swindle started, this dizziness. So they found out what that was in the inner ear. We corrected that, and then after that was the kidney thing. They found that, no, that was this one next, the colon.
In 2016, she was diagnosed with intestinal cancer. Turner opted for homeopathic remedies to treat her high blood pressure that resulted in damage to her kidneys and eventual kidney failure. Her chances of receiving a kidney were low, and she was urged to start dialysis. She considered assisted suicide and signed up to be a member of Exit, but Bach offered to donate a kidney for her transplant. Turner had kidney transplant surgery on April 7th, 2017.
The Swiss people are like the English, they have manners. So I said, well, so what happens? He said, if you don't maintain, if you don't do what we recommend, you will probably die. Only one of your kidneys are functioning. Actually, what happened was I stopped medication for kidney because I was tired of the medicine and I wanted to see what I felt like, my old self, because it has the blood pressure medicine holds you, it restricts you a little bit. And they said to Erwin, you can live with one kidney. So Erwin said to the doctors, can I give her one of mine? Something similar to this, I wasn't there. And then he found out that he doesn't need 2 kidneys. So then he came to me and said, Tina, you don't have to make this decision now. I can give you one of my kidneys. I said, oh, Erwin, you're young. I'm already older. It's okay. You just get used to me not being here. And I did feel like I was older. I was already in my 70s. So why should I take the kidneys from a young man and let him finish his life? That's what I felt like. And he said, no, my life is fine how it is. I'll give you one of my kidneys. In Buddhism, you accept the life and the death. Yeah, I was ready. I just thought that it's my time. Anyway, death is not a problem for me. I don't really mind leaving. I know a lot of people don't think that way, but I'm happy that I do because it's something that is inevitable. So.
Turner announced in December 2016 that she had been working on Tina, a musical based on her life story, in collaboration with Phillida Lloyd and Stage Entertainment. The show opened in London in April 2018 with Adrian Warren in the lead role.
Everyone is a Tina Turner fan.
And if you're not, we don't believe you.
You're not telling the truth. Yeah. Even if you're not lying, you're not telling the truth. Yeah.
She is perseverance personified and resilience personified, and it's something that all of us can be inspired, no matter what is going through, whatever you're going through in your life, whether it's a bullying situation or domestic violence.
I feel desperate to meet and make, make mama proud.
Yeah. How do you have so much energy? All those things that you think, what would I possibly ask Tina Turner? I made a list and I asked her.
Warren reprised her role on Broadway in the fall of 2019.
You're simply the best.
As I came in this evening, there was a wonderful applause for me, and I thank you for that. This musical is my life, but it's like poison that turned to medicine. Thank God for her. I can never be as happy as I am here. Thank you all.
There's a musical that's a hit. I think the documentary will be a hit. So aside of being really tired of talking about myself. I'm really proud of what my future as a star became. I feel proud that I hold that in my hand.
Turner received the 2018 Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award, and her second memoir, My Love Story, was released in October 2018. She came out of retirement in July 2020 to collaborate with Norwegian producer Kygo on a remix of What's Love Got to Do With It. With this release, she became the first artist to have a top 40 hit in 7 consecutive decades in the UK. In 2020, Turner released her third book, Happiness Becomes You, a guide to changing your life for good. She co-wrote the book with American author Taro Gold and Swiss singer Regula Curti. It was chosen by Amazon's editors as a best nonfiction book of 2020. In 2021, Turner appeared in the documentary film Tina, directed by Dan Lindsay and TJ Martin. The documentary represents a great sense of closure to an often unpredictable and difficult life.
What do I want to come back? I think, as a teacher, I think I want to come back with the knowledge that I learned this lifetime. And I think I want to teach spiritually to help people know how to live.
When the feeling is ended, there ain't no use pretending. Don't you worry, it's only love. When your world has been shattered, ain't nothing else matters. It ain't over, but it's only love, and that's all, yeah. If your heart has been broken, hot words have been spoken, it ain't easy, but it's only love. And if your life ain't worth living, and you're ready to give in, just admit that it's only love. Only love. You can live without the aggravation. You gotta run with it. You gotta run with it. You keep looking back in desperation. Over and over and over again. Nothing else matters. It ain't no. It's only love. If your life ain't worth living, and you're ready to give it, just remember that it's only love. Yeah, that's all. You put me in a state. Let's do the shot. Wow! You put me on my knees. Please, baby, please. I know you like the tea. Please, baby, please. Oh, you do it to me good. I do it to you, I do it to you. And I can do it to you. I love the way you walk. You like that, baby? The top, baby, top. You look so great every time I see your face. You put me in a state. Let's take a shot. Woo! Let's take a shot. Let's take a shot. Let's take a shot. Let's take a shot.
The Wayne Coy Show.
Quality health insurance for any reason right now? Then call myhealthinsurance.com today. We specialize in helping American workers find affordable health insurance. You can save money on dental, vision, prescription drugs, too. Our message is simple. If you want affordable health insurance for you and your family, even if you have a medical condition, call right now. Is right now the best time for you to start looking for affordable health insurance? We have hundreds of plans to choose from. With one free phone call, you can learn about an affordable health insurance plan that fits your budget. Don't wait. It's a free call. Call now.
800-876-7061. 800-876-7061. 800-876-7061. That's 800-876-7061.
MyHealthInsurance.com is owned and operated by IHC Specialty Benefits, a licensed insurance agency. We are not an insurance plan or provider. Not all plans are available in all areas. You may be contacted by an insurance agent.
Do you love watching television? If you're on a fixed budget, you need to make this free call right now to Dish and find out how you can get a fixed monthly price to watch all the television you want for 3 full years. In addition to a 3-year price guarantee, you can also get free monthly movie rentals. They give you one free movie rental every month. That's a $165 value, yours free. Plus, get free in-home tech visits, no-cost equipment replacements, a free voice remote, and you can watch commercial-free TV. Even access all your favorite apps to stream like Netflix, Amazon Prime, YouTube, and more. Now is the perfect time to call Dish. Take advantage of the 3-year price guarantee. Save yourself some money, and all your equipment is free. Call right now.
800-586-4206. 800-586-4206. 800-586-4206. That's 800-586-4206.
Pine Hollow Winery is the first and only boutique winery in the Las Vegas city limits that features its own handcrafted wines. Located on the west side, just minutes from the Strip at 7018 West Charleston, Pine Hollow wines are available for tasting by the glass, bottle, or for carryout. Peach lovers, pick up a bottle of the Warm Fuzzy, which is a sweet Chardonnay-style wine made with peach and apricots. Visit PineHollowWinery.com for their events, wine menu, and hours. That's PineHollowWinery.com.
Packages start at $29.99 a month with sign agreement. Restrictions apply. Speak to a representative for complete offer details. See Vivint.com for license details. Terms and conditions apply.
Homeowners, if you're looking for the best in home security and smart home technology at a price you can actually afford,
We have great news. Now you can get Vivint's award-winning home security systems starting at about $1 a day. U.S. News and World Report has recognized Vivint as the best professionally installed home security system of 2022. And right now, you can get Vivint's home security technology for about $1 a day. Plus, get free professional installation from a licensed technician. Protect your home and loved ones for as low as $1 a day. Call right now for your free home security consultation.
800-557-8036. 800-557-8036. 800-557-8036. That's 800-557-8036.
Now back to the Wayne Coy Show.
They score! Joe Pavelski! A power play goal! And the Stars are still alive!
You know, we're pretty excited. These overtime games, they're a lot of fun. They're a lot better when you win them, that's for sure. Great crowd tonight. Guys battled hard.
I did not want to hear that. That was not the way we thought we were going to go out. Honestly, we were tied 2-2, and I was like, okay, well, this is going to end up a win in overtime. We're going to come home. We're going to celebrate tomorrow. But no, we're not. We're going to take a couple days off, and then, well, we'll be back at it again in Las Vegas. That's just the way that it goes. Maybe it's cool. They're going to try to win it at home, and I think that's okay, too, because it's still 3-1. Golden Knights now with a commanding lead. Just didn't, put it away tonight, and I guess that's okay, right? We were hoping. We had our mind on the positivity of a victory. Just got all wrapped up in Tina Turner there. I totally forgot they were playing. I gotta be honest. We're gonna miss that lady. Boy, was that great, huh? Hearing her talk about just her entire career, and then her fame, of course, in the 80s, and then her health issues there at the end, which, wow, what a guy her husband was, right? To be able to say, hey, take my kidney. You're not done yet. Bought her another, 5 or 6 years worth of living, and passes away at the age of 83. Tina Turner, the Nutbush City Burner. A lot of people say she's the first lady of rock and roll. I don't think I'm going to argue that at all. So that was great. Thanks for being around for that. And, of course, at the very beginning of the show, we couldn't do it without him. The box officer, Patrick Stibbs, who says as far as the new Little Mermaid goes, all systems are go. Should be a pretty good flick for you to check out over the long Memorial Day weekend. And then, of course, P.Moss with a visit to the Punk Rock Museum. It's right there for you to check out. Make sure you do. It's a good time. Have yourself a wonderful night. Back at you tomorrow at 7 o'clock. And we're looking forward to that. Put a label on.
World famous radio shopping show weekdays on 1400 KSHP North Las Vegas and KSHP.com. KSHP North Las Vegas 107.1 FM 1400 AM.
You're listening to the Sports Byline USA broadcast network.
KSHP.com.
USA News. I'm Ryan Daniels. The Supreme